Hi there. Do you spend hours a day on social media? Do you find yourself constantly comparing yourself to others? I'm going to explain to you why this behavior can be potentially dangerous. Social media is the place where you can share your accomplishments, daily activities, and even the occasional selfie. Sounds pretty harmless, right? Well, unfortunately, that's not always the case. Now, this is relevant to you because you could be 40 years old and sharing pictures of your kids on Facebook, or you can be a teenager or a young adult and just scrolling through Instagram or Twitter, and either way, this topic should be relevant to you because if you have internet access, you're most likely on social media as well. And if you're a part of that group that does not care about social media at all, then this should still be interesting to listen to and how it affects other people and their everyday lives. Now, I would like to point out a study that was done with about 700 people that linked depressive moods and feelings of worthlessness to use in social media. And that should just make you realize that this is a real thing. It's not just something that teenagers complain about. It is a real thing that people go through mentally, and it should be taken seriously. Hopefully through my speech, I can help you realize the potential dangers of social media and to just not always have your phone glued to you. I'm going to go through the main points of self-image, how it affects the youth, and to just live life in the moment. So for my first main point, do you compare yourself to others through social media? If someone's doing good, use it as motivation. So this just means that if you see someone is, living the perfect life and they have everything you want, you should just feel happy for them that they work so hard to get there and that they're happy, or at least they seem like it. And don't take it as you being a failure and that you don't have those things. That does not mean you can't get them. So, that should just be motivation for you. You should look at them and think, that's where I want to be, or I want to do these things. I want to do these workouts and look like that. Well, okay, then do those things. Don't feel envious of those people that have it. Another thing, envy is a very strong emotion and it could really take the best of you. Try to stay away from that and just look at it as motivation, like I said, and, you can be jealous, I guess, but don't feel bad about yourself. What those people do does not affect you. It does not affect you getting to your goals. It does not affect your ability to do them. It should just really make you want them more and work for it. And for my third point, you should just know that what people put up is only the high points of their life. It's only the good sides of them, and it's most likely never the ugly. So you never know what they're going through. You never know what they're feeling. And that goes for you as well. You probably only post the good things about your life, and you have no idea what people feel about them. You don't know if someone feels low seeing your profile, and they just think, wow, they have so many things that I want. So that goes for you as well. Just try to be candid with your own profiles. And for an example of motivation, I just wanted to show you Tammy Hembro's Instagram. She's a mom of 2, and she's known for having a really good body. She works out a lot. She does endorsements with these fitness brands. She does a lot of advertisements on her profile. And she just is a really pretty girl. A lot of people compare themselves to her. She's kind of known as, the body that everyone wants. And, I just think that's not the right way of seeing it. I think you should just look at it as motivation. You should just see her body and think, wow, I really want to have those muscles. I really want to work this out. So, maybe try the workouts that she's doing. It should really just motivate you to do the things that you want, and again, don't feel envious about it. For my second main point, I want to talk about the potential harm that mostly affects the youth. So being young, we already are so susceptible to feeling insecure and just not knowing what we want in life. And I kind of feel sad about it because my generation specifically is so susceptible to this because of all the technology we have. We see everything, we hear everything, and we just overshare our lives. And I just think that's really dangerous to us because, there have been cases of cyberbullying and people even taking their own lives because they just see too much or people tell them things over social media. And it really does affect us negatively now more than it did back before we even had internet. For my second subpoint, I'd like to point out a survey done by the Royal Society for Public Health. They asked young adults how social media affected well-being for them, and the results found that apps led to depression, anxiety, and loneliness. And again, that just shows that there's a very strong correlation between social media and mental health, and that we should take it seriously. And for my third point, I just wanted to share a story by Miranda Cipolla. She had a friend in college that started getting harassed by her classmates online for no reason, and it just came to the point where she had to avoid them every single day. She couldn't go to class anymore, she had really bad anxiety, and she ended up failing that course. She ended up graduating a whole year later. And that just goes to show that what happens online doesn't stop once you close your laptop, once you log off. It does keep happening in real life. It really does affect your life. And that's why you should take it seriously. And for my fourth point, I would like to share a journal article by N. Kurana. He asked respondents how much time they spent on social media, the youth specifically, and it came to about 2+ hours a day. That's just crazy to me. I mean, I'm guilty of it myself. I spend a lot of time just scrolling through my phone, looking at what everyone's doing, but it's just crazy that people care so much nowadays and that it just takes up so much of our time. And I just think if some people realize that, they would stop or do it less, because it really just is an insane amount of time that is just not worth it. And for my last point, I just wanted to say that you should live your life and put your phone away. Stop taking pictures of everything that you do. I mean, no one cares that you went to Starbucks and got a Frappuccino. You could have spent that $5 elsewhere and actually enjoyed your food. It's just not worth the time or money spent to post a picture. For my second point, no one cares that much. If you stop doing these unnecessary little things, no one would even notice. So is it really worth all the effort to just post it online? For the last subpoint, just don't get caught up in the moment. I mean, it is fun to use social media, but it's also more fun to just enjoy things in real life. So I would like to challenge you to not use any social media for an entire day. And if you can do that, like, congrats to you. I really can't. But, that would be amazing. It's just crazy how hard it is to not be on social media just for an entire day. And that's just something I think everyone should work on. And to conclude, I know that I came onto this in kind of a negative perspective, but I just wanted you to see all sides of social media and know the potential dangers and risks that come with it. Just be aware and don't take it so seriously. So just remember to have fun and live your life to the fullest. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a good day.